Hello, humans of planet Earth. This is Plasma, otherwise known as CJ Gamer X. I know, it's been a while since I've streamed, and I will go ahead and show you why. And also offer you a new direction that this channel is taking while I'm finishing this up. This should be finished by August or September, around that point. And my content will be back up to view, back up to enjoy, and you can come and chat, enjoy me playing some niche RPGs and fun content in general. Okay, so starting off in June, my graphics card messed up. I had, I was very tired after a certain point, so I ended up basically thinking that melting plastic with my soldering iron would fix it. My RTX 3090 Ti experienced so much GPU sag that a small pin inside of it, a small plastic pin inside of it, keeping the connection going, broke off. For a little bit, a spare piece of solidified solder mixed in, but basically that did not last very long. Now, I'll draw your attention to the next line of progress here. So, this is closer to July, where all of the plastic solder was slowly melted off. I had desoldered it, I had scraped it, but you'll see in the next one, I used way too high temp solder, and I scraped the solder mask. This was closer to June. This photo was very close to June. I have been working on this since August. I mean, since May. The reason why is because electronics parts are taking a lot longer to ship out lately, and I mean a lot longer. You would not be able to handle it like I could. That's all I could say. I am a very patient primordial. Okay, on to the next evidence. So, this was nearing June, heading into July. This was roughly 2 out of 3 pins fully exposed. Okay, now moving on to this. This was most, a slight leg image there of me, but anyway, of what I look like outside of VTubing. But this is the all of the holes exposed with full strip. Oh, and I'd also racked my brain a little bit trying to draw this. I have a secret occult channel somewhere. It's a little bit of an Easter egg. If you can find it, grats to you. You're a winner. What do you win? Memes. Alright, on to the next one. So, what I am thinking of doing with this is as follows. I'm thinking of applying a right here. Increase that brush size. That's lame. Make that much bigger. Yeah, I like that. No, bigger. There we go. So what I'm thinking of doing is I'm thinking of applying a copper tape right here, screwing. So the way these cards work is there's two contacts and 16 pins, making for a total of 18 pins on both pieces of copper tape on each side, pricked via the via the via the contact itself. I am thinking of simply increasing the conductivity using a 1.96 inch copper tape on both sides of these. And like I stated, um oh, and one more thing I forgot to tell you, Earthlings. My my trace actually my graphics card actually turned on whenever I inserted the new power supply, the black right angled pin connector. But I am a very accident prone person. And I mean, I am an extremely accident prone person. I crimped the wires and then broke a piece off. So now I have to wait for a new one. So lots of fun all around. All right, that's enough with the announcement. Time for the new content stream. You're gonna love this. So my new idea is called Derp News. So it's basically where I take some of the dumbest news ever and I make a meme out of it. Look at this Canadian Zelda sentenced to prison for carrying Master Sword in public. It's a blatant article. Let's read it together. So basically, I'm going to be a partial reaction VTuber, but with a twist. I'm only going to read the dumb stuff to you guys. Okay.
The tiny master sword got one UK man sent to prison. YouTube.
Hold on, sorry. I am a very good speed reader, but let me reduce that for your viewing pleasure. Let's dive right
A
into.
tiny master sword got one UK man sent to prison. YouTube. Anthony Bray and the 6-inch master sword replica. Warwickshire Police. What's going on, everyone? Austin, John plays here and today. How strong is the master sword in Tears of the Kingdom explained?
Oh God.
A man has been sent to prison for 4 months for carrying a tiny master sword replica he claimed was a fidget toy.
He claimed it
in
was a
Nuneaton.
fidget toy.
Being an overzealous gamer can get you in a lot of trouble with the law, as we saw earlier this year when a man was facing 5 years in jail for selling modified Pokemon in Japan. Last year, also in Japan, someone got a hefty fine and a 5-year prison sentence for spoiling the ending to a Steins Gate visual novel. Now a UK man is added to the list of gamers losing their freedom, as he's been sentenced to 4 months in prison for carrying a 6-inch long master sword replica from The Legend of Zelda. Police officers in Nuneaton, outside Birmingham, were made aware by CCTV footage of the man, Anthony Bray, carrying something in his hand. Bray approached the officers with the sword in his hand and was then arrested, the Warwickshire Police report states. The blade was inside a sheath and could be released from the sheath with the press of a button, states the report. Bray said he had bought the Master Sword online as a fidget toy, but the officers saw things differently. Officers tried to explain to Bray that, despite its intended purpose, it was in fact a sharply pointed item which could be used as a weapon and might put others in fear of it being used against them, the police report says. Bray admitted that the sword could be perceived as threatening, but that he wouldn't use it as a weapon. Regardless, on June 28 Bray was sentenced to 4 months in prison, has
This
to
is
pay a
still really
victim's surcharge of
unfortunate.
£154, and got a talking to by the police. We take a zero tolerance to bladed articles in public, and Bray has fallen afoul of this, said SGT Spellman of the Patrol Investigations Unit, adding, "It is possible to find fidget toys that aren't 6-inch blades. It is possible not to walk down the street holding them out in front of you. With a bit more self-awareness, Bray could have avoided contact with us completely." Email gamecentral@metro.co.uk, leave a comment below, follow us on Twitter, and sign up to our newsletter. To submit inbox letters and readers features more.
Okay, that's enough. So basically, this man just straight up carried a master sword in public and got arrested for 4 months. That is some shit if I've ever heard it. To be honest, in my opinion, think that I think that some forms of um carrying like that is okay. The world is a very scary place nowadays. There are a lot of people wielding black market acquired weaponry. I personally don't see any issue with this. Um, in fact, I had heard that, say, people in Texas could wield, like, I don't know if this is true, but it was a rumor from my friend that you could wield a giant spear in Texas and, like, nobody would give a single shit. And, I that's a part of the motivators bringing me to want to move down there. Not only is it good for tech business, it also has somewhat decent open carry laws. Um, you have to be able to defend yourself defend yourself and your loved ones in some way or another nowadays. This is not the early 2000s. There are dangerous people out there. But yeah, stay safe, and one more thing. You know what this guy looks like? Let me show you. This guy looks like, this is what this guy looks like to me.
All women are queens. If she breathes, she's a god.
This is what this guy looks like to me whenever he does that. Like, I can't take. I'm sorry, it's a very serious article, but I can't take it seriously, like whatsoever. Guy carries a master sword into public. See you later, souls. See you later, lovely souls of planet Earth. Oh, I have a new background too, a much higher quality one. Interesting stuff to come once I get full power back onto my actual computer.